no doubt that the Miami Dolphins disappointed to end this season. They had a great season in 2022. Okay, you hadn't been in the playoffs in a while. You lose to Buffalo is a good game. Tua was out, right? This year you have the great start. You're 3 games ahead in the division later in the season. You get blown out by Baltimore. It is what it is. It's a sucky game. Then you lose to Buffalo at home with the division on the line. A little more concerning. And then, yes, I understand it was negative degrees, but the Chiefs had to deal with the same exact thing. You go into Arrowhead and you lay an absolute duck. It is 26-7. So where does that fall on? I mean, Tyreek Hill was injured for a little bit. Yes, some of Mike McDaniel's play calling, too much screen passes. That could get, you could criticize that. The defense can't make a timely stop. They forgot how to tackle. You get all that. But when you're playing against the best of the best, it's got to come down to the quarterback. And Tua has not made throws. He had a chance, especially not this week because they never got close enough, but in the Buffalo game the last week to make some timely throws, and he just couldn't do it. He threw an interception. He threw some almost interceptions quite before that. So the clutch factor with Tua at the end of his 4th year is definitely becoming a factor. But Jake, I don't know. What should the Dolphins do with Tua? 5th year is coming up. That's always the end for the rookie contract.
Yeah, it's the end of the rookie contract, but I think Tua, he proved he can make some big throws, not he didn't have a great season this year, but I feel like he proved he can make some big throws in some big moments, so I think that the Dolphins will give Tua an extension, give him a couple more years to prove himself.
So that'd be very odd. So let's give credit first. I believe Tua had the most passing yards in the league. Am I right in that, Jake?
Correct.
Okay, so does that mean something? I think Tony Romo led the league in passing yards 1 year. Does that mean a ton? Not really. It means he's good though. At least we're not talking about a bad quarterback, right? So you have that with Tua. I think, and I said this in the Prescott, or not the Prescott, about Prescott and the Cowboys topic, that it depends on the year. So Prescott's in his 8th year. You know what you're getting out of Prescott. Tua just finished his 4th year, so you know a lot of what you're getting. But I think it depends on where the Dolphins want to go. Like I said, the defense clearly needs work. But it depends on where the Dolphins want to go, right? So have we seen quarterbacks of Tua's level win the Super Bowl? Yeah, of course. Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl. Like we're talking good quarterbacks, maybe not elite quarterbacks, but good quarterbacks. Flacco, Russell Wilson, Nick Foles, that's kind of an outlier, but still a Carson Wentz led team, right? So you can have a good quarterback and win a Super Bowl. You can't have a bad quarterback and win a Super Bowl. You just can't do that in this passing league anymore. But you can have a good one. So if they want to, I think it's doable. I think you got to get, they're too one-dimensional with Tyreek Hill. Yes, Jalen Waddle's good, but I don't know, maybe get more of a running game. When Mostert went out, that kind of affected stuff. Maybe add another tight end, whatever it is on that offense. Just get one more weapon, kind of like the Chiefs have always had with Hill, or well, when they had Hill and then they have Kelsey to balance it out, et cetera, et cetera. Get one more threat on the offensive side if you want to keep Tua. And obviously the defense has got to get better. Miami has a ton of money in the bank. They've spent a lot. Unfortunately, it's not worked out. Maybe it's time instead of Jalen Ramsey. All respect, he's a good corner, but he's getting a little older. Maybe try to invest in some younger talent on that defense. So you could go either way, or you could ditch Tua. You could think that, listen, we got Tyreek Hill. We need a quarterback who can, yes, maybe he's not the best one, but he can just feed Hill, and when it's 3rd and 7 and 4th and 7, he's not going to panic. He'll take the check down, or he'll take the slant route, or because that's been the biggest problem with Tua. So I think it really, where the Dolphins should go with Tua, just depends what they want to be as a team. I think they definitely could keep Tua.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you brought up the defense, and I think that, it really makes a difference when you're missing, Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb on on the defense. I think it makes a difference when you're missing those 2 key guys. But I mean, I agree with you. The defense could be a little bit better, and the Dolphins do have a lot of money to spend. I think that, you know, when because when this offense is one of the best in the league. No disputing that.
No
Um,
disputing that, but at the same time, when is Tua going to get that signature win? He's gonna
yeah,
on the road, at home against a big team. I know they beat the Cowboys around Christmas. But come on, really, you also need that as a quarterback. You need that signature win. Baker Mayfield, for all of his problems, we'll talk about him last night. He knows how to get that signature win. If you're asking me who the better quarterback is, Tua or Baker Mayfield, it's Tua's the better quarterback. He threw for the most yards in the league. He's electric when Jake said he's on. You got to have that it factor, and a lot of people aren't setting the it factor yet with Tua. It's still early. He's only in his fourth year, so if you want to go that route, you can. But where's the signature win going to come from? So yeah, the offense could be great against early in the season in September against inferior opponents, but that's what I think a lot, even Dolphins fans are looking for.